Okay, y'all. I am not a manifestation channel. I'm not a coach, so I'm not going to teach you how to manifest. But a lot of people ask me to talk about how I manifested my trip to Japan and how I actually live here and how I'm studying art in Japanese. So I'm going to tell you the manifestation aspect of it. So yeah, if you know me, I live in Japan. Like I said, I'm studying art and Japanese in Japan. I actually achieved my dreams. My dream. So yeah, basically, let me tell you. So I am a French person. If you don't know this, I live in France. Basically, I do live in France. My family is in France. I am a French person, French Caribbean person. How did I manage to go to Japan? So first of all, the first thing you need to understand that is that what you see is not the truth. Let me say it again. What you see is not the truth. It's not the final stuff. It's dumb to think like this. Like, for example, if you actually want to drink water but you don't see water anywhere, are you going to tell yourself that you are never going to be able to drink water because you're not seeing it? It's not this. You need to walk by faith and not by sight. Because yeah, sometimes you are going to not see something and this thing is still going to come your way in any type of way. That's it. When you order something in the restaurant, you ask the server to, yeah, I want pasta. You're not going to call the server like 50 100 times to ask him, can I have my pasta? He's going to say, yeah, this is coming. If you will stop asking me, that will come because I need to bring you this. But if you keep calling me, I'm gonna have to answer you each time and I can't get you the pasta. So that's the same thing. And I saw somebody on TikTok say that checking your 30 is exactly the same as being pregnant. It's checking if you have the baby inside your belly. And that actually made more sense to me because when you're pregnant, like, you do not need to check if you are just pregnant. Like, anyway, so basically I was in a state when I was in France that I didn't know how I was going to go to Japan. I didn't know how. And I was worried for about 1 year about how I was going to make it. I was worried. I was worried. I cried about this because, like, how can I manage to do this? Like, how I want to achieve my dreams. How? And this is when I stopped thinking about the how, that everything happened. Like, generally, everything happened when I stopped asking about the how, because the how was not my job to figure out. Anyways, I just let it go. I was like, I'm gonna trust God because I'm freaking out for absolute no reason. I am a human being. It is not my job to figure out how things are going to happen. It is not. So what I did, first of all, I ignored all of my circumstances. I was not basing, when I say ignoring your circumstances, I did not base the final result out of what I was saying. If I had €1 on my bank account, I was not going to say this is the final thing I was going to experience in my life. I was not going to say, yeah, this €1 is going to be in my bank account for the rest of my life. That's a stupid thing you can think, because what you say is not your finality. Like, everything is going to change. Nothing is permanent forever. Nothing. Nothing. So basically, I was freaked out and I stopped worrying about the how. First of all, I stopped. I was just, yeah, I'm done. I'm stressed out because I don't know how to go to Japan. That was not my job to figure out how I was going to come here anyway. Let's get that in your mind. This is not your job to figure out how you are going to do something or how something is going to get to you. That's not your job. So what I did is I scripted everything I wanted. I worried, yeah, I want this and that and this and that, this amount and this. I didn't know how. I didn't know how. Okay, I was not aware, but I was not going to base my trust out of my sight. I was not going to trust my eyes. I was going to trust God and my faith, and nothing else matters at that time. Nothing else. Because if you are, for example, you have 0 followers on, I don't know, one platform on social media, are you going to say like this, yeah, I'm never going to get more followers because I have 0 followers right now? You cannot think like that. That's not how it works. Because if you think like that, you're going to stay at, like, that's not even logical. Like, really, you can get from 0 to 100 whatever you want. That's not permanent. Do not think that what you're saying is permanent. That's not true at all. Like, in every day, every single day, this is what you experience. Everything you see is not true because everything is changing. So anyway, what you need to do is forget about the how. I I mean, yeah, it's easily said. It was difficult at that time to actually get it done and forget about the how. But everything that I asked for, when I stopped worrying about the how, happened. And I was able to go here and live here. So that was the manifestation aspect on how I got here. In my mind, everything was done. People are telling you to actually live like it's done. And I'm gonna tell you something. At first, I was not understanding what that meant because I was confused. Like, I understood the principle of being in the present moment and act, not act, but like, you already have it. Why are you? And I was not understanding this, but now I understand. For me, it's kind of different. I kind of think like, what I'm gonna do after I get my manifestation or before. For example, if I'm going to a trip, the first thing I'm going to think of is what I'm going to put in my suitcase. That's logical. I'm going to research everything I can do on that trip. And somehow it's going to manifest. I don't know how, but it's going to manifest. And sometimes I don't even know how it happened. It just happened. Like, I believe in miracle. I am one, and everybody here is one. Anyway, so yeah. And for example, if I want something, I'm gonna think about what I do after I get it. Like, I'm gonna include that things in my everyday life. Visualization. I'm just gonna think naturally about this thing in my life. Where is it going to be put? Should I put it on my desk, in my kitchen? Should I bring it to school? Stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna observe how my life changed after I get this thing. That's it. So the thing is to remember is to not walk by sight but by faith. In your circumstances. Your circumstances does not. I'm not saying it doesn't matter, but it does not define the end of it. If we were to base everything on our circumstances, like what's happening right now, nothing will exist in this world. Like, actually nothing will exist in this world. If this exists in your 40, in your mind, then that exists. That's it. Do not base your the end of something that you are saying right now. That's it. This is how I got to that point, actually. Yeah. So that was the end of the video. I have an artshop that you can check the link in the bio. Yeah. And I also have a self-concept ebook about beginner artists, how you can build your self-concept as a beginner artist and how you can build your confidence as a beginner artist. Because I wish I had that when I first started being on social media or being an artist in general. So yeah, see you.